Yeah, just kind of get it away from us.
Yeah. I could point it to
Okay.
anthem.
You may be seated. Good morning. Commencements are like standing in a doorway. We can at once look back at our comfortable and cozy home, where friends and family are there to cheer on our successes and soothe our missteps. And we can look out the door to our future. It's an opportunity to hold two moments in time simultaneously, the past and the future. Alan Alda once observed that the things we really want to say are the things we say last. Think of how many times you have lingered in the doorway after spending hours with friends and family, and the words you finally want to say come pouring out of your heart. So today, as we stand in the doorway, lingering in this lovely moment, let us bring forth the words that are in our hearts. Let us reflect on all that has been accomplished to bring us to this moment before the future begins. Please join me in a moment of silent reflection. Thank you.
Good morning. Welcome to our 2017 Spring Commencement. I'd like to thank you, Tori, for a beautiful performance of our national anthem. Tori is one of our international students from the Bahamas and is graduating today with a major in management. To honor our students from around the globe today who attend NSU, we have placed flags of the countries representing those students who will graduate today. In front of you, you will see other examples of diversity throughout the arena. An eagle feather or plume will adorn the hats of our Native American students. Our international students are wearing sashes representing their countries. Our veterans are wearing cords donated by the American Legion. Northern State University is a place of great diversity, and we all take tremendous pride in celebrating that fact. To the students receiving their degrees, let me say it is indeed a pleasure for me to share this day of pageantry and celebration. Commencement is both an ending point and the beginning. I congratulate you on your hard work and perseverance that has brought you to this day, the end of your undergraduate or graduate college education. Know that hard work pays off, and today is payday. I wish you much success and joy in your new beginning. You have a lifetime of opportunity ahead of you. Make sure that you use it wisely to benefit not only you, but many others as well. Commencement also gives us an opportunity to celebrate all the traditions and rituals that link the modern university to its past. The regalia that we wear today, the gowns and multicolored hoods, including those of the graduate students who will receive the distinctive caps, many of these symbols we see here today are derived from great universities of medieval Europe. One of the most important symbols is the university mace, which is always carried by the senior faculty member of the university, today Dr. Art Marmerstein. The mace symbolizes the power and authority of the university. The mace was originally an instrument of war used by medieval knights. During the Middle Ages, monks used the mace because holy orders prohibited clergy from shedding blood by the edge of the sword. The military and religious associations of the academic mace tell us something about the role of the university in the 11th century and in today's world. The mace is no longer a device for committing chaos and disorder on the battlefield. It has become a symbol of our struggle to defeat ignorance and prejudice and to advance knowledge. As I look out into the audience, I know that there is a unique story for each and every face I see. You have all had fascinating journeys, and we're glad that these journeys have led to this commencement. This morning, prior to this day, we had the annual honors breakfast, and we heard many fascinating stories about some of your lives. It was a pleasure to hear and reflect on these stories. Story or not, we are proud to recognize all of the students today who are graduating with academic honors. These students are identified in the program and will be wearing a special medallion. This morning at breakfast, we recognize the student in each college and school with the highest GPA, and they are as follows: Tiffany Kopetsky, Courtney Moore, Haley Nelson, Brendan Rose, and Paige Tooker. Please give them a round of applause. We are honored today to have Callie-Ann Wallenstein's family here to accept her degree posthumously. Callie-Ann of Huron took Northern courses through the Huron Community Campus and was pursuing a bachelor's degree in business. Callie-Ann died tragically in a traffic accident this spring. Callie-Ann will be missed by many, and we offer our sincere condolences to her family and friends who are seated in the front row. I, along with my colleagues seated here on the stage, are very proud of all members of the class of 2017. Let me be clear here, today is your day. You have persevered, sacrificed, dedicated yourself to a very specific goal, earning a college degree. You have challenged yourself and met the challenges head on. As many of you know, this is my first year as president of Northern State University, and the first year my wife, Mary, and I have lived in the state of South Dakota. We have the greatest appreciation for Northern and the people of Aberdeen and South Dakota. I continue to be proud to serve Northern and enjoy working tirelessly to assure Northern sustains an exceptional reputation in South Dakota and beyond. The learning community at Northern is a special place. The campus that includes outstanding faculty, which we're always thankful for, staff dedicated to students having a positive experience, and excellent students who are known to work hard and be of assistance to each other's successes. In addition to today's graduates earning degrees, know that the Northern faculty and staff are proud of your development as students and future leaders. Your efforts to serve the community of Aberdeen and surrounding communities is a point of pride. We know that as you move forward in life, you are prepared to succeed professionally and make countless contributions to the communities where you will reside. To quote the late President John F. Kennedy in his 1961 inaugural speech, quote, "And so, my fellow Americans, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." And the quote continues by saying, "My fellow citizens of the world, ask not what America will do for you, but what together we can do for the freedom of man." As we all know, this is a famous quote. We've heard it countless times. More specifically, I suggest that this quote pertains to you as young professionals. We as educators, mentors, and coaches ask you to continue making an impact on the people and infrastructures in the communities where you will reside. We know your efforts will be impactful. These efforts will provide the lives of your fellow citizens as well as contribute to the development of the communities where you reside and our nation as a whole. Just as we are proud of your efforts and accomplishments today, I know we'll be proud of you in the future. And on behalf of the whole university, I'd like to thank you for being a part of the Northern community and for all of your efforts to make Northern a cherished place and a cherished living and learning community. So I extend my congratulations to each of you and to the faculty, staff, and administrators who have supported you. I know they share my pride in your accomplishments. We're grateful for the opportunity to be a part of your success and to share this moment in your lives. In a few moments, I have the great privilege as president of this university to award each of you the degree that you have earned. This custom, I might add, is one that is vanishing on many university campuses, and I'm extremely pleased that we as a Northern State University community continue to recognize each and every graduate as it should always be done on this day of tremendous accomplishment. Before we honor our graduates with the receipt of their degrees, let us take a moment to recognize those individuals who have contributed so much to their education. I'd like to recognize parents, spouses, family members. Will you please stand? Don't be shy. On behalf of the Northern State University community, thank you for your faithful, unending love and support. We know you've played a huge role in making this day possible. Graduates, will you please continue to thank these people for everything they have done for you and never forget. I also want to recognize the individuals seated with us today who provide academic leadership for Northern State University. I ask these individuals to stand as I call their names and remain standing until all have been introduced. Please hold your applause until everyone is presented. Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Alan Lefebvre. Associate Vice President for Student Affairs, Dr. Cheka Linewall. Chief Information Technology Officer, Dr. Debbie Bumpus. President and CEO of the Foundation, Mr. Todd Georgery. Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Joshua Hagan. Dean of the School of Business, Dr. Bill Brochek. Dean of the Millicent Atkins School of Education, Dr. Kelly Duncan. Dean of the School of Fine Arts, Dr. Kenneth Bolton. Associate Vice President for Academic Affairs and Director of Graduate Studies, Dr. Joelle Lean. Director of Athletics, Mr. Josh Moon. Director of Online and Continuing Education, Mr. Ronald Browning. Director of the Library, Mr. Robert Russell. Director of the University College, Mr. Steve Rasmussen. And Faculty Senate President, Dr. Douglas Ulmer. Thank you all for your leadership. To all the faculty with us today, we salute you. You represent a body of the outstanding professionals who give so much to our campus as teachers, mentors, and friends. Please stand and allow us to convey our gratitude and respect. At this time, we would like to recognize Dr. Abed El-Kader. Dr. El-Kader is being recognized today for having served at Northern State University for 27 years. Would Dr. El-Kader please come forward? During his service at Northern, Dr. El-Kader was an active leader in the field of mathematics and math education. He also served in various administrative positions, including assistant to the provost and vice president for academic affairs, interim dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, head and director of the Department of Mathematics, and coordinator of the Grants Office. Dr. El-Kader also received the Bush Fellowship in 2008 to 2010 and the Senior Fulbright Scholar Award in 2003 to 2004. He was recognized as an outstanding faculty member at NSU in 1997. Dr. El-Kader will be retiring at the end of this semester, and we can only give you the heartiest thank you for all of your work. There are three other faculty we will recognize, and I would like to ask them to stand when they've been announced, and we'll give them all three applause at the same time at the end. Dr. James Kennedy, Associate Professor of Accounting, will be retiring May 21st. He's been a faculty member for 18 years. Dr. Gail Bortnam, Associate Professor of Teacher Education, is also retiring May 21st. She's been a faculty member for 17 years, and prior to that time, she worked in the Aberdeen community as a preschool teacher for 20 years. And third and final, Dr. Bill Prochek, currently serving as Dean of the School of Business and is also an Associate Professor of Management, will retire June 21st. Dr. Prochek has been at Northern since August of 2000. We thank all of these four faculty for their service, so please give them a large round of applause. At this time, I would ask Dr. Lefebvre, our provost, to please come forward to recognize our outstanding faculty member of the year. Dr. Lefebvre.
In keeping with our tradition, we announced the Outstanding Faculty Member Award at the Spring Commencement. The award, sponsored by the NSU Foundation, recognizes faculty excellence and commitment to teaching, research, and service. As in previous years, several deserving faculty were nominated, and selecting one individual is always a difficult decision. The recipient of this year's award has been a member of the NSU faculty since 2013. Student comments include, "This individual is an exemplary professor who is not satisfied with doing only the bare minimum." Another states, "This individual has the skill to continuously find new ways to relate information to students' lives, to make class periods interesting, to test students' knowledge, and to make the most uninteresting information fascinating." A colleague comments, "We ask our faculty to excel in three areas: teaching, research, and service. This individual is successful in all three fields. Their willingness to reach out to colleagues, especially junior colleagues, include them in their research agenda, and help them realize their own research agenda speaks well to this individual and their commitment to developing quality research at NSU. This individual represents NSU's goal, the pursuit of excellence in the liberal arts and in graduate and professional education, and does so with poise and advocacy." The dean comments, "I have full confidence that this colleague will continue to perform at the highest level and remain an asset for Northern and our students for years to come." Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Outstanding Faculty Award from the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Courtney Wade Lindbergh.
Chief Justice David Gilbertson was appointed to the South Dakota Supreme Court in April 1995 to represent the 5th Supreme Court District. He was retained by the voters in 1998, 2006, and 2014 general elections. Chief Justice Gilbertson was elected for his 5th four-year term as Chief Justice by members of the Supreme Court this year. Our Chief Justice received his undergraduate degree from South Dakota State University and his Juris Doctorate from the University of South Dakota School of Law. He was in private practice from 1975 until his appointment to the Circuit Court bench in 1986. He served as a Circuit Court judge for the 5th Judicial Circuit from 1986 until his appointment to the South Dakota Supreme Court. And personally, I'd like to say the Chief Justice is a great advocate for young people in our state to build programs for intervention so they can stay on a positive and constructive path versus being in a pathway that might lead them into the judicial system, which wouldn't be as much fun or a fulfilling life. So he's a strong advocate for our youth in our state. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to Northern State University, Chief Justice David Gilbertson.
Thank you, President Downs, faculty, graduates, and friends. Congratulations to the graduates and to the families. It's been a long and a winding road since you first entered the educational system, and today you reached the zenith. Several years ago, I was asked to speak at a high school graduation in my hometown. The person that had spoke the year before had spoke about himself for an hour and a half in an unair-conditioned gym. I just knew if I kept it under 10 minutes, I'd get a rousing reaction. Well, I was approached by an elderly gentleman, and he said, "Gilbertson, I hear you're speaking at graduation." And I said, "Yes, sir, I am." He said, "Well, don't say much." I shook his hand and said, "Sir, let me assure you, I will not say much." And that's kind of my goal today, not to say much. Well, there are lists all over the place, top 10 lists, and they're popular. Every few days there's a new one on some subject matter, so I thought today should be no exception. This will allow you to do two things. One, it will let you know how close I am to getting done, so you will not have to guess if I'm going on and on forever. Secondly, when I get down to number 2 or number 1, please politely nudge those next to you who have dozed off so that they do not miss the awarding of the diplomas. Well, with that, these are the top 10 things, graduates, I think you should know, with a few examples thrown in. 10, do not be afraid of failure. Learn from your past mistakes and the experiences of others. Those who ignore the lessons of history are probably doomed to repeat them. Down the road a ways is a small town called Eureka. Once upon a time there was a young man from Eureka named Al Newharth. When he graduated from college, he started a newspaper in Sioux Falls dealing with sports. Unfortunately, it did not succeed and it went under. But he didn't quit. He kept on in his profession of journalism and was a creative individual. He later came up with the idea of USA Today. Down the road in the other direction to the east, a young man named Joe Robbie from Sisseton graduated from law school and went into politics. He decided to run for governor of South Dakota. He not only lost, he got clobbered. But he didn't let that bother him, and he went into business. And eventually, he wound up in Miami, where he founded the Miami Dolphins professional football team, still the only undefeated NFL team in history. The only true failures in this world are those who never try, because I can guarantee you then you will have a 0 chance of success. 9, there is no such thing as a self-made person. You graduates got here through a lot of help from parents, spouses, teachers, religious leaders, and friends. Every time I drive through the little town of Blunt, east of here, I think about a man named Menor Graham. Graham died in the 1880s and would have been lost to history except for one thing. When Graham was a young man, he was a teacher. And one day a semi-illiterate farmhand came to him and said he only had 1 year of school and what Graham considered to tutor him because he could barely read and write. Well, Graham had his students to teach during the day, but he agreed to tutor the semi-illiterate farmhand at night. Graham did a good job. Graham did a very, very good job. In fact, Graham did such a good job that this semi-illiterate farmhand would later go on to pen such immortal words as a government of the people, by the people, and for the people shall not perish from this earth. Yes, Mentor Graham vastly improved the writing and reading skills of Abraham Lincoln, who did not remain a semi-illiterate farmhand. What kind of a country, what kind of a world did we have today if Graham had not been bothered to go that extra mile? 8, the harder you work towards a goal, amazingly, the luckier you get. Thomas Edison, the great inventor, once observed, a lot of people miss success in life because it's dressed in overalls and looks like work. 7, always treat others the way you want to be treated or suffer the consequences. A friend of mine was in a major airport a few years ago and was waiting for his boarding pass. The passenger in front of him was irate, yelling at the ticket agent, swearing. Everything was wrong and it was all the ticket agent's fault. After a 5-minute tirade, this irate passenger stormed off. My friend approached the ticket agent and said, "Sir, let me compliment you on the professional way you handled that very difficult individual." The ticket agent looked at my friend and said, "The gentleman is flying to New York City. The gentleman's bags are flying to Houston." 6, life is not always fair. In fact, graduates, if I could give you a guarantee today, it will be that life is not fair. But don't let that get you down. Many years ago, in the 1970s, there was a Vietnamese refugee found floating on a raft in the South China Sea by a U.S. destroyer. His name was Tran. Tran was picked up and eventually somehow worked his way through the refugee camps and came to my hometown of Sicily. He was tutored for 6 months by a lady from our church on how to speak English. After that, Tran bought a bus ticket to Florida. Had got a job during the day as a janitor. And he decided to do one thing. He decided to walk around Florida because he didn't have a car or even a bike with one question: what do Floridians want? After 3 months, he concluded Floridians needed air conditioning. Not these little 5,000 BTU jobs we put in a window for a bedroom, but the huge behemoths that you put on top of a Walmart or a mall. He went to night school to learn how to fix these large air conditioners, and then let it be known to all the managers of the Walmarts and the malls, if your air conditioner broke, call Tran. If your air conditioner broke at night, call Tran. If your air conditioner broke in the weekend, call Tran. If your air conditioner broke in a hurricane, call Tran. Tran always came. The last I heard of Tran, he was well on his way to being a millionaire, and he had brought his entire family over from Vietnam. 5, learn to appreciate and care for the finest things in life, which are often free. A friend of mine is fond of saying as we watch a gorgeous sunset over the lake we live on, God's not making any more shoreline these days, and he is not. So it's our obligation to take care of what we have. 4, as Dorothy told Toto in The Wizard of Oz, Toto, there is no place like home. Northern University can be justly proud of its training leaders for our state, nation, and the world. A diploma from here is a ticket to opportunity to virtually everywhere. But I would like to also suggest to these graduates, consider staying in South Dakota. I did, and I've never regretted it. 3, family should come first. No one on his or her deathbed was ever heard to have said they wish they had spent more time at the office. 2, learn the skill of listening. Listen instead of talk. I do not know of anybody who ever got in trouble by listening, but I know a lot of people that got in trouble by not listening. As President Calvin Coolidge once said, I never got in trouble for something I never said. Courses in communication are frequent, such as speech and composition, but I've never heard of a course in listening. Maybe a degree in listening would be worth considering. Number 1, Mother's Day is coming up. When I was in high school and I thought I had gained enough knowledge that I would be a howling success in this world, I went out the door one day and here was my mother on her hands and knees in the dirt planting flowers. I looked at her and I said, why are you doing this? This is a parsonage. We don't own this place and we never will. She looked at me and she said, you're right. I've never owned my own home and maybe I never will. But every place I've ever lived at, I've tried to leave it a little nicer than I found it. And wherever you wind up, may you do the same. May you try to leave that place a little nicer than you found it. So, graduates, have a long life and a happy life. And after that, hopefully long life and happy life, as my Irish friends like to say, may you be in heaven a half hour before the devil knows you're dead. Thank you.
Chief Justice Gilbertson, on behalf of this assembly, I'd like to thank you for sharing your insights and your 10 points of light and for being part of our graduation ceremony. Thank you very much for joining us today. At this time, I would like to introduce Regent Randy Schaefer, who will bring greetings to the graduates and authorization to confer degrees. Regent Schaefer was appointed to the Board of Regents in 2007 and currently serves as president, or just currently ended his term as president. That's why he's smiling so much, because of the workload. He is a State Farm insurance agent in Madison, where he has achieved many accomplishments, including the Top 100 New Agents Club, Agency Masters Club, and the Regional Advisors, South Dakota Retailers, Madison's Chamber of Commerce, and the Lake Area Development Association. Regent Schaefer graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Education degree from Dakota State University. Thank you for being with us, Regent Schaefer, and we look forward to your remarks.
Thank you, President Downs, and thank you, Chief Justice Gilbertson, for your inspiring and thoughtful top 10. And thanks to all you family and friends who are here today to celebrate and be here for your graduates. And graduates, I want to start by congratulating you all. You are the Spring Commencement 2017 graduates of Northern State University, and that's something to be very proud of. It is an honor to represent the South Dakota Board of Regents here, and it's my pleasure to delegate the right to confer diplomas to each of you here today. Some of you graduates will leave here today to enter the workforce. Some will continue your education, and some of you will do both. No matter which path you choose or what you do from here, I call it a secret to success, but really Chief Justice Gilbertson gave you 10 secrets to success, so this is just 3 more. Always seek opportunity, never stop building relationships, and maybe most important, love what you do. So as you leave here today and go off to seek your opportunities and build your new relationships. I do hope that you'll reflect on the education that you got here at Northern and the relationships you built here at Northern. And I do hope that you'll always be a strong advocate for South Dakota's public higher education system. Our universities are a robust, vibrant economic engine that turn a $200 million state investment into a $2.5 billion annual return to our state's economy. So, you know, we'd love to see you all make your home here in South Dakota. We know you won't all do that, but we'd sure love to see as many as we can here. We need smart, critical thinkers like you. We know that about 7 of 10 of you who graduated from South Dakota High School will continue your work here in our great state. And if you came here from another state or another country, about 1/3 of you love it here so much you're going to stay. And we like that. For those of you who do decide to move out and start your careers elsewhere, we also know that many of you will find your way back here to South Dakota. Here's a recent quote from one of our graduates. She said, "I always thought I wanted to live somewhere else, so I did, but I came back. It's wonderful to travel to other places, but South Dakota is my home, and there's really no other place like it," and I believe that. Big and exciting things, folks, are happening here at Northern. Students will be moving into a new dorm this fall, with 2 more brand new dorms soon to follow. I know you graduates really appreciate that because you didn't get to enjoy any of them. But it's thanks to people like you who graduated before you that gave back to the university that allows things like this to happen. All of that, these dorms, just recently, just this week in fact, Regent's hired the construction manager at risk for your new Regional Science Education Center. All of this, dorms, new buildings, new classroom buildings, new research buildings, all of these are made possible by the close relationship that exists between the good people here at Northern and all the generous and passionate people who in some way will always be connected to Northern and to Aberdeen. So now, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution of the state of South Dakota, I hereby delegate to President Tim Downs the right to confer diplomas to all deserving graduates here today for NSU's Spring Commencement 2017, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining thereto. President Downs.
Thank you, Regent Schaefer, and thank you for your tireless service as former president of the Board of Regents and your continuing service. We know that you're a strong advocate for Northern, having attended here for a few years, and your heart is still here, and we always support your efforts in helping us. Now for the big moment. Candidates for all the degrees will be presented by the Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Alan Lefebvre. Recipients for all degrees will be announced by Mrs. Peggy Hallstrom, Registrar. Prior to undergraduate students receiving diploma covers, we will hood the master's degree candidates. Dr. Lefebvre.
Candidates for the master's degrees will please rise. Mr. President, I'd like to introduce the Director of Graduate Studies, Dr. Joelle Lean.
President Downs, on behalf of the graduate faculty, I proudly present the candidates for the degrees of Master of Music Education, Master of Science, and Master of Science in Education. Assisting me during the hooding ceremony will be the committee chair for each candidate. A committee chair guides each graduate candidate through the program of study, acting as both a mentor and a colleague.
Please be seated. The candidates for baccalaureate and associate degrees from the College of Arts and Sciences will please rise. Mr. President, I'd like to introduce the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, Dr. Joshua Hagan.
President Downs, the College of Arts and Sciences, the largest academic unit at Northern, is proud to recommend these candidates for degrees in the physical science and mathematics, the languages, literature, and communication studies, and the social and behavioral sciences. Having completed their degree requirements, they stand ready to assume positions of leadership in our society, our state, and our nation. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty in the College of Arts and Sciences, I proudly present our candidates for the baccalaureate and associate degrees.
Please be seated. The candidates for baccalaureate and associate degrees from the School of Business will please rise. Mr. President, I'd like to introduce the Dean of the School of Business, Dr. Bill Brochek.
President Downs, these candidates in the School of Business, having completed the requirements for the degrees we are about to confer, stand ready to enter the halls of commerce and industry in accounting, banking and financial services, economics, business administration, finance, management, marketing, management information systems, and professional accountancy. I am proud to announce that prior to commencement, the School of Business graduates have all sworn the oath of ethical business stewardship, an ethical code of conduct that will guide them throughout their careers. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty in the School of Business, I proudly present our candidates for the baccalaureate and associate degrees.
Please be seated. The candidates for baccalaureate degrees from the Millicent Atkins School of Education will please rise. Mr. President, I'd like to introduce the Dean of the Millicent Atkins School of Education, Dr. Kelly Duncan.
President Downs, these candidates in the Millicent Atkins School of Education, having completed the requirements for the degrees we are about to confer, stand ready to become accomplished members of their professions. The School of Education has been preparing highly qualified teachers for more than 100 years. In addition, the Millicent Atkins School of Education offers preparation in human performance and fitness, sports marketing and administration, and psychology. I proudly present our candidates for the baccalaureate degrees.
Please be seated. The candidates for baccalaureate degrees and associate degrees from the School of Fine Arts will please rise. Mr. President, I'd like to introduce the Dean of the School of Fine Arts, Dr. Kenneth Bolton.
President Downs, these candidates in the School of Fine Arts, accredited by the National Association of Schools of Music and the National Association of Schools of Art and Design, having completed the requirements for the degrees we are about to confer, stand ready to enter the professional industry as artists, graphic designers, actors, directors, performing musicians, and educators. Mr. President, on behalf of the faculty in the School of Fine Arts, I proudly present our candidates for the baccalaureate degrees.
At this time, I would ask all graduates to please rise. Now, we are about to begin the grand march that many of you have envisioned for several years. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the South Dakota Board of Regents, and upon the recommendation of the faculty and the respective deans, I confer upon each of you certification of the completion of your studies, the appropriate degree, Master of Music Education, Master of Science in Education, Bachelor of Arts in Honoribus, Bachelor of Science in Honoribus, Bachelor of Science in Education in honor of us, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of General Studies, Bachelor of Science in Education, Bachelor of Music Education, Associate of Arts, or Associate of Science, with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities thereto.
Please be seated, except for the graduate students. Would the committee chairs, graduate degree recipients, and undergraduate degree recipients please proceed to the stage. After receiving your diploma cover, please return to your seat. Could we have the microphone, please, over here? Thank you.
Hooded by Dr. Timothy Woods, Charlene M. Blondo. James Daniel Callahan. Hooded by Dr. Sarah Schmidt, Rhonda C. Labatt. Hooded by Dr. Jeffrey J. Caitlin Marie Fries. Hooded by Dr. Gail Bortnam, Leandro B. Lane. Hooded by Dr. Craig Kono, Brent M. Maresca. Jeffrey Tobin. Hooded by Dr. Greg Frankham, Elizabeth A. Smith. Hooded by Dr. Tom Orr, Sarah L. Lawlier. Gabrielle Lane. Yanula L. Nadu. Rachel R. Solari. Mercedes L. Stotsberry. Hooded by Dr. Carol Meister, Reiting Gong. Paula F. Jackman. Matthew M. Widener. Hooded by Dr. Amit John, Carla K. Chase. Dan Lown. Brian E. McDermott. From the College of Arts and Sciences, Stacy McDonald, summa cum laude. Brooke Nelson, cum laude. Michael D. Schlewy, cum laude. Sabrina A. Smith Mount, magna cum laude. Waleed M. Ahmed. Rachel L. Albright, cum laude. Taylor Wolf Bice, cum laude. Ian T. Coughlin. Trent Dean. Addison E. Diaz, cum laude. Colin P. Franson, magna cum laude. Janessa P. Guy. Sean Havlovic. Holly Holborn. Jesselyn L. Holsing. Catherine Lene Johnson, summa cum laude. Corey Klatt. Blake Christopher Lohr. Trevor Matson. Christian L. McIlvain. Ivory Mosier, cum laude. Matthew T. Murray. Aaron Norrie. Mary Pappas. Joseph Park. Heather J. Royka Fry. Courtney C. Srantz. Cassidy R. Stevens. Heidi Marie Tayson. Kara M. Schlotman, cum laude. Aaron Lee Wolter. Joseph Kyriakos, magna cum laude. Tiffany May Kopetsky, summa cum laude. Jeffrey J. Bartel. Bethany M. Crosswaite, summa cum laude. Melissa K. Elkins, magna cum laude. Stephen Thomas Erlinson, cum laude. Joseph Michael Gomez, summa cum laude. Justin W. Howard. Brianne C. Jackson. Melissa Jean Lapel. Brian J. Monson. Matthew Muston. James A. Salinas. Samuel Sheffield. Marissa N. Sundermeyer. Caitlin M. Zealous. Molly Wynn, cum laude. Brandon S. Vokrat, summa cum laude. Brianna Sue Arbogast, magna cum laude. Megan M. Brink. Tabitha Lee DeVos. Lisa Joy Kaiser. Courtney J. Moore, summa cum laude. Cami Sue Wager, magna cum laude. Janet L. Heathman. Hezekiah L. Moo. Dustin J. Stephenson. Kiana R. Tiger. Jacqueline K. Cheddar. From the School of Business, Maris Victoria Gruy, magna cum laude. Brenna J. Ackerman. Toriano E. Barrett. Matthew J. Betancourt, cum laude. Hope Block. Anna C. Bondi, magna cum laude. Tyler A. Cope. Jace W. Everson. Haley Christine Fisher, cum laude. Maria Carmelia D. Garcia. Adam Z. Geist, cum laude. Tyler S. Genslinger. Garrett Gunderson. Sue M. Lai. Carrie A. Johnson, cum laude. Daniel B. Johnson. Thad J. Johnson, cum laude. Lauren M. Coons, magna cum laude. Jacob C. Loomis, cum laude. Colin M. McIlvain, magna cum laude. Ben Moen. Nicholas W. Murphy, magna cum laude. Joseph Patrick Murtaugh IV. Haley L. Nelson, summa cum laude. Brandon M. O'Day. David J. Parsley. Joseph James Parsley, summa cum laude. Micah R. Rogers, magna cum laude. Lauren L. Rulofson. Juan Carlos Salcido. Katie P. Scholerman. Michael D. Schreiber. Autumn L. Schultz. Ju Hee Saw. Catherine E. Sire. Braden D. Thayers. Trevor L. Tomlinson. Zachary James Ulmer, magna cum laude. Callie Ann Marie Wallenstein. Accepting the degree posthumously are her parents, Lori and Mike. Dalton J. Wangerin. Adam Weishar. James A. White. Kendra A. Wojtasik, cum laude. Tyson D. Zemlicka, cum laude. From the Millicent Atkins School of Education, Kendra A. Hengen, summa cum laude. Adam R. Leach, magna cum laude. Evan W. Aaron IV. Jacob Adam. Jessica L. Anderson, magna cum laude. Channing R. Barber. Zachary L. Barber. Preston Wilson Brown. Priscilla N. Cooper. Austin Michael Dancer. Caitlin DeYoung. Ryan P. Dietz. Candace B. Dauberpool. Courtney E. Espeland, cum laude. Scott W. Finkelstein. Braden S. Goldade, cum laude. Jordan D. Garacki. Jessica A. Gurneau. Gabby Grunwald. Trevor C. Heining. Kellen W. Herman. Danielle L. Johnson. Susie Kilber. Paige Landis. Josephine Lieberger, cum laude. Tyler D. Oftedal. Clara J. Pierscala, summa cum laude. Taylor J. Rolfe. Bianca Rosa, cum laude. Sydney N. Torrance. Mitch Weber. Taylor D. Zemlicka, cum laude. Jamie Bjor, magna cum laude. Cassandra A. Bottom. Chelsea Colleen Carmichael, cum laude. Hallie K. Cronin, magna cum laude. Samantha G. Elbert, summa cum laude. Evan J. Finley, cum laude. Rachel J. Hartman, summa cum laude. Brendan K. Haline. Eliza L. Jacob, magna cum laude. Elizabeth A. Kolda, cum laude. Kristen K. Meyer, cum laude. Lauren M. McCafferty, magna cum laude. Joyce C. Nolan. Amber J. Ogren, cum laude. Tyler J. Roble. Brendan T. Rosso, summa cum laude. Leanne J. Schlotterbeck, cum laude. Angela M. C. Donovan T. Solik, cum laude. Kylie Nicole Stoltenberg, cum laude. Matt Thorson, magna cum laude. Callie A. Verrier. Jessica M. Vernon, summa cum laude. Melena L. Wisenan. Emma L. Wick. From the School of Fine Arts, Alexis Joy Dorr, summa cum laude. Levi M. Seafelt, cum laude. Luke J. Bergyard. Quinn A. Detterman. Rebecca B. Hunt. Tyler J. Lanham, cum laude. Maggie May Martinmas, cum laude. Lexi Primus. Jennifer M. Rappy. Tabitha R. Ruley, magna cum laude. Bridget L. Solsa. Emily K. Tilma, cum laude. Michael Benjamin Weber. Carrie A. Wegleitner, magna cum laude. Shelby V. Bauer, cum laude. Jackie Q. Bratcher. Emily Louise Cruz, summa cum laude. Danica Ellen May Mickelson. Michaela E. Noose, summa cum laude. Josh Opp. Nicholas P. Reese, cum laude. Sharka Stanova, cum laude. Paige R. Tuker, summa cum laude. Kelsey M. Hartman. Alyssa R. Surfling.
Would all graduates please rise? Graduates, at this time, to signify the successful completion of your degree, please move your tassel from the right to the left side of your cap. I extend my sincere congratulations to the members of the graduating class for the significant achievement that we've acknowledged this morning. Please accept my best wishes for a happy, productive, and personally rewarding life in the years ahead. Please be seated. It has been a tradition at Northern State University for a student representative to make brief remarks at the commencement ceremony. Today, Mr. Corey Klatt, 2016-17 President of the Student Association, continues this tradition. Following Mr. Klatt's remarks, Mr. Taylor Gosh, a member of NSU's Alumni Association, will extend a welcome to the graduates. Mr. Klatt.
I'd like to start off the speech by thanking the hardworking men and women at Northern that made this all possible for us. Without the professors, faculty, and other administrators here at Northern, none of us could have gotten this far. I would also like to congratulate all of my fellow graduates for all of their hard work throughout the last few years. A lot has changed since we started college. In 2013, the top song on the Billboard year-end chart was Thrift Shop by Macklemore, and the highest grossing movie of the year was the Disney hit Frozen. Apple released the iPhone 4, and Dr. Schaaf had far more hair. When I think back and reflect on my years here at Northern, I can't help but think about how fast those years went by. It seems like just yesterday, I was walking around campus for the first time. College is where you make and meet your lifelong friends, and this was certainly true for me, and I'm sure it was true for all of you. We should all be thankful and proud of the education that we got here at Northern. These professors, these administrators, employees at Northern make the school so special. Now as we go out into the professional world and move on into our careers, we need to remember the lessons that we learned at this great school. What a Northern education shows is that you do not need to go to a prestigious, world-class private university in order to get a quality education. All of us are leaving here prepared to take on whatever challenges life may bring. All of us are ready to be the best that we can possibly be in our careers. All of us are bound for greatness. Some of us, like Brandon Vokrot and Sammy Elbert, are bound to go out into the classroom and have an impact on the lives of their students and lead children to find their passions in life. Some of us, like Michael Schlewy, are bound to make great lawyers and lead with an ethical hand throughout his life. And some of us, like Tyler Lanham, are bound to become great actors and show the expression of ourselves through the work on stage. No matter what life holds for us, we need to own it and make whatever we do with our careers great. We all need to do the best we can to be in our careers. Today, business majors took the oath of ethical conduct before graduation. But for all graduates here, I ask that no matter what happens in your life, you use great ethical judgment and conduct. It has been a pleasure getting to know the wonderful students and faculty here at Northern. This university is in great hands with President Downs and will continue to serve students well into the future. Congratulations and good luck to all graduates.
On behalf of NSU's Alumni Association, congratulations on your achievement. Today you join an elite group comprised of more than 28,000 other alumni of Northern State University. Our alumni office travels throughout the U.S. and foreign countries, hosting alumni gatherings wherever you may go. We will be in the area celebrating the bond we have as NSU alums. Whether it's a visit with alumni in China, a golf outing in Phoenix, a social hour in Washington, D.C., or Gypsy Days festivities right here in Aberdeen. Keep in contact with us so we can make you aware of all of the upcoming events. We don't want you to miss out on some of these fun opportunities. The alumni of NSU are also called upon each year to continue supporting their university through a donation to the University Foundation. The NSU Foundation distributed more than $2.5 million in student scholarships in the past year and supported 2,031 students with an academic or athletic scholarship or some sort of financial assistance. Maybe you were one of those recipients. As an NSU alumnus, I invite you to join with your fellow classmates in becoming part of the Senior Tradition. The Senior Tradition is a program that invites graduating seniors to make a pledge to NSU upon graduation in the amount of their graduating year, $20.17. Many of you have benefited from the financial support of alumni and friends and the support of, and it is up to you to help us continue this tradition and successes for generations to come. You were once a student, but you will always be an alum. Today you received your alumni pin. Wear it with pride, knowing you are one of the prestigious graduates of the best university in the state of South Dakota. May God bless you and the path you choose to follow. Thank you.
Please rise and remove your hats for the singing of the alma mater led by Dr. Darcy Boltema from the School of Fine Arts. The alma mater may be found on the inside back cover of your program. It has been requested that the audience remain in place until the recessional is complete. Thank you.